Morning, Pastor Steve here. Psalm chapter 40 here this morning, the first three verses. I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined to me, and he heard my cry. He also brought me up out of the horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock and established my steps. He's put a new song in my mouth, praise to our God. Many will see it and fear and will trust. Starts out here addressing me, I think. He says, I waited. I often talk with people who have waited and waited and waited, and after a time there's a temptation to ask, where's God? One day one told me, I've stopped praying because God doesn't hear me. That's sad. Brings me a question. How long is it between I waited and he heard my cry? How long from calling on God to getting out of that miry pit? John MacArthur says that the miry pit is just a way to describe his past hopelessness and his total helplessness. I would concur with that. Are you in that pit? Does it seem to you as if the heavens are made of a prayer-proof Kevlar? See, these three verses point to a merciful rescue by God, but that comes quite often after waiting. Remember Jesus in Matthew 4? He went up into the wilderness. It says he went to be tempted. He was stalking the adversary. He was going out there to be tempted, to show us how it was done. And three serious temptations happened. And then afterwards, the angels came and ministered to him. In verse 3, we want to get to that place of felt joy, that place where we feel God's favor when he steps in and intervenes. But sometimes the wait is so long, it seems as if the father took a long vacation and forgot to bring the family, We need to remember that God never sleeps and he always hears. Now, Romans 8:28-29 teaches his eternal purpose. All things work together for good to them that love God, who are called according to his purpose. Verse 29, for the ones he foreknew, he predetermined to be conformed to the image of Christ. It's to ultimately, eternally, conform us to Christ's image, even now. And that may be a long wait. I want some answers sooner, if you don't mind. So the psalmist here writes in Psalm 27:13, I would have despaired unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. It's not all future reward, not all chiseling away the slag of life. There's hope in the land of the living as well. Ask Abraham and Sarah. Check out with dear old Joseph. They will tell you. But maybe we are in that wait part of the equation. May God grant you and I the grace to believe that he really does care. And may he grant us the understanding that his ways are higher than our ways. Lord, teach me to wait and trust. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.